This one's for the dads. Stick around. All right, so like I said, this one's for the dads. Not because it's only for the dads, but let me tell you why. I absolutely love seeing the comments where people think it's so awesome that Peyton and I do so much together. But then we get the, and I mean, I still think these are great comments. But I get the, you know, not all the dads do that, or it's awesome that a dad spends time with his daughter and stuff. And I wonder why it seems to be so weird that we do that. And so while I was not sleeping last night, I kind of thought about it. And I still think it's a little bit weird. Because my whole goal is to teach Peyton as many things as she can so she doesn't have to rely on somebody to do it for her. Or that she has to call somebody to do it. Whatever it might be. So like today, now my wife asked me to do this. It's not that she can't. It's just that she's not comfortable with the circular saw that I love to use. And it's 11 outside. I don't blame them. And besides, I was coming out here anyway to fiddle around. Just one of those days when you got zero patience, so I thought I'd come out here. So what I'm gonna do is I gotta cut this to 16 by 24. So how I do that, I'm sure you guys know how to use a tape measure, but you know what? Might as well, while I'm here, show you how to use a tape measure. Now first you get yourself a tape measure, a heater. My tape measure of choice today, because it was right there, was a Stanley Fat Max. So it's 16 by 24. So I take one of the nice factory edges. I actually move it this way. Take my pencil and I mark 16. And then I go from here and I go up to 20. So now I've got two factory edges. And then let's make marks. You know, I get them lined up on the square edges. And I get my mark. And of course, you always double check your marks. But use a nice flat end, the square ends from the factory and your level. Now I do have a T-square, but it's over there, and I had this. So just if you don't have a fancy T-square for doing sheetrock or whatever, you know, hey, you don't have to have that. So then, what we'll do is just double check. Yep, 16 by 20. Then we're going to get the old saw out. We're going to cut this stuff. But we're going to come back to that old dads and daughters thing in just a minute. I got to make this cut. So I want to do this first. I'm not going to show you, you know, that whole mess because I mean, let's face it, it's just circular saw, 2 cuts, done and done. But as I start doing some things maybe on that trunk lid or cutting up another door, maybe I'll weld it together a little bit. We'll talk about that that dads and daughters thing. See you in a minute. Before I go hog wild on this thing though, I just want to show you my saw. My dad got me this when I was a carpenter. I think the actual is that first Christmas while I was a carpenter. Now it's getting pretty old, and I'm missing a bolt here, but you know what? I can fix that. I just saw that. I don't know where it is. But you're always going to want to know. But this is my Craftsman saw. I've had it probably since 1997. It is a very beefy, you know. So there you go. 12 amps, 2 1/4 horse, and right there. 7 1/4. Love that saw. Every time I use it, I think it makes me think of my dad. I got it at the same time as I got that 6-foot level. Now I'm just gonna cut this, and then we're gonna go back to doing cool car stuff. All right? See you in a second. All right, so that's done. Now, I'll tell you what. Does this make a good sawhorse? No, it's a little bit tall, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. So what I did, so you don't end up with a goofy thing, is you cut it. I cut it all the way off, and then I took the small one off, and then I cut that, so I have one little piece, because I don't like to have a whole bunch of waste, and it just is better. All right, so I also want to say thank you guys so much for watching the videos and stuff. It's super cool. So now that I've got my woodworking out of the way for the day, what are we gonna do? I have an idea. So, I have an idea. Hope that's not galvanized. Okay. Oh, I was saying I hope this isn't galvanized. It's not. It's as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'll bring you around over here. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I want to try to figure this mess out. So, come on, let's get in here. So anyway, I was thinking about this daughter-dad thing, and you know, I mean, I guess I don't kind of understand why it's so it's weird. Because, you know, I mean, just because she's my little girl doesn't mean that we can't, you know, do fun stuff, right? And what dad out there didn't have a tea party? Or play with stuffed animals and stuff. Yeah. So, anyway, you guys might think this is preachy or whatever, but I'll tell you, I don't know if you guys can tell at all, but I'm very proud of Peyton. She's an amazing kid, and I'm not just saying that because she's my kid. But she really is pretty cool. I'll tell you what, I've learned a lot about brainworks. Mine apparently is very boring. Hers, you guys have seen it. She's got something going on up there that's pretty cool. So for the dads, I just want to say, you know, I don't think that there's any reason we shouldn't, as dads, spend time with our daughter doing typically what boys would do. Now, I told my daughter, and I've told my wife the same thing. My wife, very independent lady. Very. She doesn't need me for anything. Well, killing spiders, I have that. So as long as I keep doing that, I have a job. But no, I mean, when it came to us putting flooring down in the house, I just make cuts for her. Oh yeah, table saw, you know, that stuff. I mean, she's afraid she's gonna lose her fingers. It's not that she can't do it. She just doesn't, hell, I don't blame her. She doesn't like it. And, you know, anyway. So what I did was I took my tubing and I made some, because I want to make that curve. I want to try to make that curve. I want to channel my inner Ian Rossell and see if I can do it. Yes, I realize that it will not look as good as his, and it won't be as professional, and you know, I mean, I get it. This isn't full custom anything. This is more, I hope this works. Maybe that's what I should, that's what we should call it. Hope this works with painting. Anyway, no, but guys, you out there, let your daughter weld something, let her. Here's the other thing. You know, historically women kind of do the house stuff, right? My wife cannot cook. She knows that it's not unusual that she, you know, she's heard this from me before. She can't cook. She has 2 seasonings, salt and garlic. And yeah, it's not great. So, let me get you in here and show you what I did while we're yapping. Made those marks. We're trying to make that curve there. So I'm going to put on the, and you know, because let's face it, safety's no accident. You only get one set of eyes, you only get one set of ears. Well, you know, I don't have hardly any ears left. I mean, if they're there, you can see them, but they're not good. They're not good. So I'm going to move this down. I'm going to make some cuts, and we're going to see what we come up with. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Well, who these are cold today? It's getting cold out here in the old Northland. Oh. You know, I mean, Craftsman, seriously, man. Now only one of them's working. All right, so I'm gonna cut these not all the way, but pretty close. I still live in Craftsman. That was a test to see if you guys pay attention. Did you pass? No? I got me neither. Oh yeah, that's gonna bend nice. Try not to cut through it like I just almost did. So this is scrap stuff because I don't want to use the real stuff until we're prepared. Nothing like sparks clear the head, kids. That got a little bouncy. Okay. Here we go. Now this is going to be hot. How do I know? Because I can see it's hot right now. It's like literally hot right now. Tell you what, everything's in the way today. It's just one of those days when nothing seems to be okay enough, you know? That's something else, dads. We're really good at not verbalizing things, and there's no reason for that. Is there? Our girls just want to make sure we're doing good. So, now I'm going to clamp this down. Not yet. Soon. Okay. Yep. Clamp that down to the thing. Maybe. Right there. All right, cool. That's not even what I wanted. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. By that I mean, no, it wasn't. It's not what I want. All right. Try something else. Try one of these guys instead. I picked these up. These were on sale at Harbor Freight. They were like $6 or something. You believe that? $6. Now, mind you, there's no structure in this turd, so we're not going to be going nuts here yet. Eventually, we will. You know, I know we will, because I'm the one who's doing the thing. You used to have a hammer. Okay. Yep. Got saddles on it now. So what we're going to do, we're going to get kind of a little tacky, right? So what we're trying to do, now over here it's not correct, but I'm just working on this curve. What we're trying to do, did you guys catch that one? Yeah. Trying to land up out here. So, now we're going to get old Clampy. Jed Clampett. Hey, by the way, I want to say, someone commented that Peyton and I were like Laurel and Hardy. Loved it, man. I'm glad that they didn't say we were like the Three Stooges because there's only two of us, you know. Did you guys ever watch those? Reruns and stuff when you were kids? Or were some of you kids when they were new? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so we gotta get back in. Yeah. Look at that. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now, I need some more marks. So we know that we're good right there-ish, you know. I'm going to cut to about here. Then I'll bring it back in. And we'll see how it fits. See you in a minute. We're back. By we, I mean me. And that was hot on my arm. Yeah, I didn't. I know. I should have, but I didn't. So, now we got some clamps. Heaven forfend, we didn't have clamps. I don't even know what's going on here. Why is this not working? It fit here before. Oh. Nope, that's not gonna work. That was not. Wise man once said, hey, that doesn't work. Just enough. Getting kind of tired of this small shop and Maybe it's just because it's today, you know. I don't know how it fit before, and now it doesn't. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. That's Peyton, she'll tell you. Anyway, all right, so now we're back in business here. Yes, I hate this thing, but I didn't bring the other one out here, and this is my phone, not the other one. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so now we're able to just shape that like we need it, right to there. Now I'm going to clamp it right here. These. We need to turn it. All right, so I got to turn it right here. Give it a little shabandy. Did you guys see that? Huh? What do you think? You guys can see. So, yep, I know. Yep. Yeah. Now I know that doesn't look very good, but I got to figure out what I'm doing. And I got this to figure, you know, and I got down here. So, but I don't hate it. Now, yeah, I got to bring that out. How do we do that? No idea. Let's see if we can do something. Let's try. What's the worst gonna happen? Doesn't work? Yeah. Anyway, these were Bremen. Anyway, those. They seem to be pretty decent. They want to hold stuff down, right? You gotta cut it, you know. How is it that? So, now what we can do, of course, is we can cut these back a little bit deeper like that, and then they'll bend a little bit nicer. But, I'm not hating it. Not hating it so far. You know, I might have put some cuts here to kind of bring it down. But, you know, and then I think we're going to have to do some cuts to about there. And then you're like, oh, that looks terrible. It does. I agree, it looks terrible. But that's when you can take, you know, I think I can weld. I should be able to weld these up. You know, some of these I'll have to put some, you know, but I'll have to, look, you can see. So that's you know, kind of what I wanted to do today. You know, I did the thing with the thing. This I don't hate. Now, this would, of course, will take, you know, I can use the dolly back here and I can tap, you know, right here and bring it out. But I wanted to get a general shape. And I'll tell you what, I think I got my general shape. Now, could I do this on a tubing bender? Maybe use some smaller round tubing? You get that? Could I do that? Maybe. Because I can use round tubing because there's actual holes in here that I can just, you know, self-tapper from underneath to do that, you know, so we can bring this down. It doesn't matter if it's round, I don't think. I mean, who's in charge of this build? No, Jeremy, it's not you. But, you know, I feel pretty good about that, you know, I mean, you know, it's pretty good. So, let's bring her back over to the place with the, yeah, over here. So what did we learn today, guys? Number one, Dodgers aren't scary. We want I want my daughter to be self-reliant. I want her to be able to change a tire. I want her to be able to drive a manual. I want her to be able to change spark plugs. I want her to be able to do all sorts of cool stuff on her own, save herself some money, and not have to rely on somebody to come and bail her out or save her. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because every now and then a guy feels pretty good about doing that. But go play with your daughter. It's not always just about your boy. Play with your daughter. Do tea party. Hold her hand. Let her hold your hand. Tuck her in at night. All that cool dad stuff. Because I'll tell you what, Peyton's 14. I'm on borrowed time as far as for her wanting to do stuff. So make the most of it. Teach her stuff. Teach her things that maybe you didn't get taught. Learn something and teach her. That's because all they want is they want you to love them and take care of them what you can. Because at the end of the day, we're all a collection of memories. And I want her to look back and smile, not, oh, he was always too busy. So anyway, that's enough of the serious business. We'll be back to shenanigans and tomfoolery, I promise. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Keep on wrenching, kids, and have a great day.